How you doing, Miss Branch?
I'm doing okay, Miss Lee. How you doing?
Just fine.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So what bring you in today?
Well, I hurt myself in March, and I'm still off work. It's been almost a year.
It's been a year. So
I had
How
two
did-
surgeries, and this is my last one. I'm yet to go through therapy. In another 2 weeks.
so how does it make you feel since you've hurt yourself?
Well, I'm not on active duty anymore. And I'm stuck in at a desk job, so it's not what I'm trained to do.
So I hear in your voice that you feel like you're a little stressed, a little uneasy about your new position.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
So are you upset because you're not active? Do you have pain? Is pain contributing to your stress?
Yeah, because I don't want to take the medication. I don't want to take the hydrocodone, because, it makes me a little lethargic and slow. It's like being on drugs at work,
Yes, I
It's
do.
kind of like making you a hypocrite.
Kind of like I'm protecting and serving those that's supposed to stay off of it, but I'm protecting and serving on it.
Yeah, you got to take them, with the muscle relaxers and everything, like just to get well. And then they can't tell me if I'm going to have to stay on the muscle relaxers if I go back to active duty.
So when you're telling me about your active duty, your job, your injury, it sounds like other than stress, you're feeling a little troubled because you're scared that maybe you cannot go back to active duty doing what you wanted to do. And that's what you truly came into the force to do.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to be 100%. I'll be 80 to 95 and never 100.
Now, I heard you say that you had 3 surgeries, correct?
No, 2.
2 surgeries, I'm sorry. So why so many surgeries?
When I broke it,
Yes.
I broke it in 3 places. So they had to go back, put the bars in there, the screws and joints. Then I tore the ligaments and tendons. So they thought they were going to snap back as I go through the surgery and the therapy and another physical therapy and the waiting, and then put me in a foot restraint to walk in that was going to tighten them up. But I can't wear the foot restraint in duty boots. So that you're going to have to go back in. They said, well, we're going to have to go back in and do a second surgery and tighten them up. Then workers' comp decided that I was ready to go back to work. But you want me to go have surgery. So it's like, how can I go back to work and you want me to have surgery? Then you cut off my benefits. So I'm not at active duty. You're going to cut my pay. You're going to still force me to have a surgery. So I'm a little bit hostile, upset, and then, I want to go back to work. I want to be in my squad car. I want to be free. I want to go back to helping people. I'm not helping anybody in here. This is not what I came to work to do. So, yeah, I'm a little upset.
And I hear what you're saying. And I do hear the fact that you are upset. And I hear not only that you're upset, I hear that it makes you kind of vulnerable to what life has in store for you.
Not vulnerable.
Well, meaning that it kind of puts you in a position of if you're capable and able to go back and do your job 100% with the injury. And when you feel that way, it makes you feel uneasy because you're saying about 85% ratio of you being 100% other than 100. So a lot of times it makes you in a vulnerable state because you don't know where your life is going to be toward the ending of all, of your boot coming off and your injury getting better. So other than job, how else have it changed your normal daily activity?
Well, I'm promoted to a corporal, but I can't take my promotion until I get back out on the street. They saying that could be my hang-up. You don't want to promote anybody that's on light duty. You're not benefiting the department. So I want to care up and get well, but then the doctor said I got to take it slow because this is a long-term injury. I can be disabled if I don't do it right. And then I won't be a police officer. And then there's no guarantee that they will keep the job that they created for me right here, that I can have it long-term, which I do it well anyway. So I still got my hours. I'm an advanced police officer. So, I got three more months and I'm at master's. So it has its benefits of being
Yes.
there. And then it has its drawback. I'm not an office officer. I'm not an administrative officer. I'm a field officer. So after 9 years being in the field and coming back and being 1 year in here, what they only said it's going to be 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a year in March, and then I got 4 more months after that. It gets kind of tedious. It's boring, is what it is.
So you're bored.
Pretty much.
And usually that happens, especially when you're used to being active,
Mhm.
and now you're stable, you're at a stagnant stage where you're not able to do everything that you used to do.
Yeah, it's anxiety.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
so
true.
much as being upset or anything. It's just anxiety. Come on, let's go. And I can't rush, the wellness. I can't rush the doctors, but, yourself, like, oh, come on now, I'm ready to go.
So
yeah.
are you in any kind of physical therapy? Have they started with that yet?
In 2 weeks, I gotta wait and see if workman's comp will pay for physical therapy.
Okay.
So you pay for the surgery, you gotta pay for the physical therapy.
Yes.
But then they say I've reached my maximum impairment rating, that I should be back at work. But as you can see, how can I go back to work, Miss Lee? And I just had surgery a month, and then I got a boost. So that's kind of like you contradiction yourself.
And I agree. I wouldn't want to go back to active duty, and I wouldn't with me, because now with my job I'm used to sitting here and talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of easy if I had a boot on. Now my prior job, where I needed to be mobile, yes, that would have made me feel the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do exercises, and those exercises you'll do at home and even at your job.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said that you're on a desk job, so while you're sitting there, I'm gonna give you some exercises to do,
Okay.
and it'll be mental and it'll be physical together. That way, at least that you'll be mobile. Because do you have to stay at your desk the entire time? Are you able to get up, move around?
But getting up, moving around, I just got out for a leg scooter. I had a leg scooter. I couldn't do any weight bearing. So now I have this with partial weight bearing. I have crutches. So it's kind of hard for me to get around. And my job is not handicap accessible. We're a government agency with no handicap accessible doors, no handicap accessible bathrooms, no handicap accessible anything. So once again, I'm hindered.
So, at your desk, even though you may not be able to be moving around waist down,
Mhm.
but you're able to move around waist up.
Yeah.
Any kind of physical activity can help increase the brain activity and also keep more happier feelings and anxieties going through your body. So, because we all know that if you're idle, it plays time, your mind thinks about everything.
I read a lot.
So, and that's good. And hopefully it's all positive reading.
Yeah, I read policies and procedures, and I keep abreast of all the changes. And right now, I'm working on deployment. So some of the things that I work on and the places that they put me, I do a lot of placing officers in positions when we're having events like the Mega Fest, or football games, or the fair park. I'm in charge of deployment. I make sure that those people are placed in their area. So it still keeps me in the field, and it keeps me abreast of everything. So, after that, it's the adrenaline of doing it. It's like I'm in the field. But when I'm done with it, it's like I'm stagnant. I don't have nothing to do for like a week or a month. And I'm sitting there waiting for the next activity. I do the monthly calendar of activities, but it's not the same as going out there. It's not the same as being out there.
Out there walking it and doing it at the same time. Well, instead of your policies, your deployment policies,
Okay.
we're going to do positive books. We're going to do affirmation books.
Mhm.
And I will give you one today to take home.
Okay.
So once you're done doing your business work, I want you to take that book out and go through a few of them. And then I will give you a page also of exercises to do at your desk from waist up. That way, they cannot say that you are being more mobile than what you're supposed to be if you're moving waist up.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any questions for me about anything?
Will I get a note from you to go back to work today? Or do you want me to go home from here?
No, I can give you a note to go back to work
Mm-hmm.
and do your normal daily duties there, because mentally there's nothing wrong with you. You're just bored.
So
you just-
is this gonna be confidential between us?
Yes,
Because
it's- yes.
my employer is not gonna be able to come and get, to find out what we're talking about. If I say, hey, it's because of him sometimes that I'm depressed because, he
No,
doesn't give me enough to do, or,
no. This will be a confidentiality agreement between you and I. But let me let you know, if anything happens where there is a subpoena for my records
Mhm.
for me and you, then at that time, by law, I have to release over the records. And that's something that's just standard. I cannot even do. Now, get away from. The other part is, if you're meaning to hurt you or someone else, then I have to inform them of that.
oh no, I'm good on that.
But otherwise,
I'm okay, Miss Shannon. I don't want to hurt nobody. No, I'm just, they just thought that, since we got we switched over to this new, helpful, mental health place that we can go and we can talk about our things. It's something new from Deer Oaks. It's like, Life Scope.
Yes.
So, I knew we had certain sessions we can come to and get 8 out of the year.
Yes.
Out of 27. And I just wanted to make sure that, I just wasn't feeling, a little odd because I've never had an office job. I never applied for one.
No, you're feeling the normal anxiety,
Oh, okay.
but we still have to work through those anxieties so that they don't become a habit of anxieties.
I
So
don't want
each
medication
session,
either, Miss.
no, I don't do medication.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I do mostly holistic remedies, but
Mhm.
I like to work physical,
Mhm.
because physically we're able to come out of a lot of our anxieties. I like walks outside. I like sitting outside looking at the birds. I like reading different books. Doing different things that you normally don't do to trick the mind to get you out of that normal thinking process.
Okay.
So that's the session. That's how our sessions will go. So maybe next session we will not have in here. We'll have outside, and we'll talk while the birds are chirping, as long as the weather permits. So that you can have a different outlook. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it was nice having you here.
Okay.
And we will have the
I
next
enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. I have is this out of the 8? I have to have come 7 more times?
You have actually 8 more times. This is a freebie because this is your first one. This is intake.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you're good. So we have 8 more times together.
All right. No problem. I'll be
Okay.
back.
All right. It was nice meeting you,
It's
Ms.
nice
Branch.
meeting you too.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.